like the microphones are here for a reason, but to not like fully focus on the microphones.
Yeah, I brought a Westward if we wanted anything, like just look for something topical.
Cool.
Nice. What are you, Mike
Did you
Stanley?
not like that? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Rooster magazine
segment.
Yeah, drop the mic.
He's got a Rooster magazine. Elliot has a Rooster magazine poster in his office.
I do. Oh yeah. I don't like how much time you spend in my house.
really, you just.
Why do you have a Rooster magazine?
Because he jerks off to Mike Stanley.
No, it wasn't.
Was it an X grip of Mike Stanley's whatever?
No, it wasn't a poster of Rooster magazine. It was an artwork.
It was a picture of Mike Stanley.
They do an artist spotlight in every edition of the magazine. And then this artist spotlight. No, it was artist.
You got a clay figurine of Mike Stanley.
Yeah, it was the artist spotlight. And
anyways, the come one with the ones that people come on.
And I put it on my wall. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, very cool. Are we recording?
This is live.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I set the timer so we can keep track of how long we're talking for.
What did you want this to be, boys? That's my question.
Well, I mean, so if based on our current difficulty with getting four of us in the same room at the same time, for that aren't like specific shows, I think like this could be like a monthly to start, just a monthly. Obviously, this is the first one, but then in a month from now, we can just like, hey, what's happened in between now and then? And stuff like that. As we build the brand, as we rep the brand, what's happening?
Little check-in between from us. Yeah, yes. Busy boys.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you want segments? I want to put segments in it.
Yeah, we can get you wanted to do the buy segment.
By and large, yeah.
By and large.
I like the name. I like the name. I love a pun, man.
Yeah,
I hate puns, but I love a pun.
It's me and Jeff, and then you guys could have a segment like I don't know, what do you guys have that you could make a pun?
Josh and I?
Yeah, first thing you gotta do is make a pun, then you can turn it into a segment.
The Jew and the native. Wait, what did you say? I thought Josh was part of By and Large.
He's large.
I just want I'm the large. That hurts my feelings. I said here's the thing. I was in the sauna and like this like. Oh, I almost said Mandingo. That would have been bad if I said Mandingo. This large athletic man, just naked and black. Yeah, he came in. He's like, "Man, how do you stay in here so long?" I'm like, "I'm fat." He's like, "Stop, stop," and that made me feel so good. It was really that's what I wanted.
That was
exactly.
You were peaking on mushrooms, and a large man was like, "Stop! You're beautiful. You matter." Oh, so that was the gay compliment or the compliment from a man that you're like, oh, I want more of this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little confused. That guy was your dad or was not your dad?
No, he's a black athletic.
He's a large black.
Yeah. Okay.
There was one time that I was at 24 off Alameda in Colorado, and I went into the sauna, and there was a dude who was like 80 years old, and he was just naked, and it was just a co-ed sauna, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, and I thought I realized that after you're 80, it's like it doesn't matter really if you get a sexual charge or whatever.
I don't even think it's just fun to just be like, it's over for me. I don't change.
Exactly. Hey, listen, I thought I was wearing a towel. I'm so sorry. Right, exactly. That's what,
Well, the downtown YMCA specifically is where people who weren't like able to be fully out were allowed to like hook. Wow.
Super embarrassing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's just like that's like the OG like closeted gays would be able to hook up at that downtown YMCA.
Yeah,
like,
and every YMCA. That's what they're for.
It's Young Man's Christian Academy. Right?
Yeah. It's for gay sex.
Yeah, absolutely. Great sauna though.
That's what they meant by it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to
stay in the YMCA.
I thought it was play in the YMCA.
So you can play if you want.
Yeah,
you can stay.
Speaking of, should I bust out the poppers?
Do you have them?
We do.
I think we should have them on us tonight.
Should this be a poppers podcast?
Jesus
DeadRoom Comedy Cast, poppers and podcasts.
I'm just going to do shrooms and then go straight into poppers?
Straight into poppers. I've done shrooms and poppers.
Yeah, but you're bi. Like, I don't.
It's true.
Yeah. I've done shrooms and poppers every weekend for a year.
Yeah. There was like 2 weeks ago when I was like, I jacked off like 3 nights in a row using poppers. I'm like, can't get used to this. I gotta pump the brakes.
What's it like?
Wait,
You're just getting brain damage and jerking off at the same time. That's insane.
Well, very high at 1 a.m.
You're
before
just,
I have to wake up
God,
at 9 a.m.
That you got to stop immediately.
I know.
That's horrible.
I know.
But it was worth it, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt good.
Yeah.
My dick came all over the paper towel, and I crumpled it up.
Like when you get like the cum in your belly button. You know what I mean?
No, not anymore. I lay out the.
Oh, do you?
towel.
Oh, yeah.
On your
Ever
chest?
since
Yes.
Beforehand?
Yeah, and I'm
You
laying
lay out
down.
a towel like on your chest?
Yeah, paper towel.
What?
Like
while you're masturbating.
Oh yeah.
paper
No,
towel.
when I'm like getting there.
Oh, okay. You
I'm
reach
things
over
are-
for the paper towel
Yeah,
and then
I
put
like
it.
it.
I like how
here.
it took maybe about 4 minutes until it just started talking about jacking
lay it
off.
here.
Dicks,
Yeah.
dicks, dicks,
all
dicks,
over
dicks,
it.
dicks.
Roll it up.
No man.
Put it in
I
Jacob's
like it
bed.
on me. I like the shame. I'm Catholic. I want.
You want to wipe it up afterwards?
Well, and then like if you don't get to it quick enough, like it's sticky. Like you feel like a dirty little like slut.
yes, absolutely. And it's nice to feel like a
Damn.
little slut.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
For the
fancy
for the
bitch.
listeners, he just put a joint in a one hitter, and now it's like a cigarette holder.
I've never seen that, and I love that a lot.
I feel like
Cruelle de Vil.
Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
What did you say?
Thank you.
Cruelle de Vil.
Cruelle de Vil.
Cruelle de Vil.
Cruelle de Vil. Dude, we should use this podcast to just talk about Denver comedy drama and give our opinions.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. Is there Denver comedy drama? I'd love to hear some.
You heard? I mean, you saw what happened at Blush and Blue on Wednesday, right?
Oh,
Somebody get kicked out?
do tell.
Yo.
Three people.
Yeah, like 3 people got kicked out, and I left right before that happened, and also right before I left, he's like, "Hey, would you want to guest host next week?" I'm like, "Sure."
Oh yeah, we talked about that because you. Okay.
Yeah, and now I have like all of these rules about who can be there and who can't be there, and what's the mood of the mic at this.
Oh
point.
Jesus! We're not gonna say. We should not say any names, probably.
No, I mean names aren't important.
Say names. Wayne McCracken.
Wayne
Lane McCracken?
God. Yeah, when I was there, he just like looked at Lisa and I was like, "You two fucked yet?" And I'm like, "Boy, you're really having a good night, aren't you?
Jeez.
You're really."
Using his shoelace as a belt. He's got it, dude. He's fine.
Yeah, we were talking about wide right, and then he just comes in and he starts going. He's like, "Man, they were gonna really have a tough time surviving. They're in a weird location. I don't know if you guys know. They're like 5 blocks away." We're like, "Yeah, we know where wide right is." And I've been there, and it's been full of people. Have you been there, Wayne? And he's like, "Oh no, I haven't been over there yet."
Yeah, it's
But
all
it's gonna
assumptions.
fail.
It's all in his head.
It's all in his head.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Come on, what are we doing?
Come on.
Come on!" As I told him, I grabbed him by the cuffs. And he said, "Come on."
No, I think they're not going to fail. I feel like if they would have failed, they would have already failed. And
Wide
now
right? Yeah.
wide right,
Yeah.
and now that it's like post pandemic, I think they're poised to succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a very fun hang on a Wednesday night.
It's a great.
It's like
Has it been a year for them? Isn't it like 90% of businesses fail within 1 year? And then the other 90% fail within the next year?
you don't gotta lie about statistics to kick it, but
I was just wondering if they made it past the 1 year mark.
like if you have the statistic, say the statistic.
Wait,
But,
No,
hold
like,
I'm making up the statistics.
Hold up, real quick.
Dude, you have to light it on fire. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We have not posted a fire fart in a long time.
Oh yeah, this is
true.
a good way to get into our video.
Yeah, that's
talk.
right.
It is a good way to get
the
to our video
listeners.
talk. What is our highest rated or highest
The
watched
highest,
video?
The highest watched video is Jacob lights a fart on fire to Electric
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Okay.
It has 11 or 12,000 views right now.
That's insane. How many likes?
like
a
100, 200 almost.
200.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any dislikes? Probably a good amount.
Probably a good amount. There's a lot of people who
lot of
said,
comments.
somebody said people getting too comfortable on this app.
to be fair, to be fair,
It's true.
Very true. But also, the one person that continues commenting is the worry one. What's his
Oh
name?
no,
What's his name?
I can't.
Thomas
I said I'm not
McCarthy or
going to
something?
name drop.
The guy that wants us to keep farting.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
we can't give him fire.
we get incessant messages to fart, and it's funny because he messaged me right after he saw Jeff's camp fart, the camp fart edition. He was like, "Hey, the camp fart was great, but it's not you." He's like, "It's not
Jacob
your fart."
I did
I
see
mean, we
that.
should start posting those videos in like fart fetish subreddits, and we could actually get somewhere.
Yeah, listen, I went to a scat fetish Reddit. Don't ask me how, but it was
Hey, listen.
crazy.
Scat like
It
animal
was
feces or like
crazy.
Was it good?
No, there was like a post where there's a guy who's just shitting on his floor and like under the sunlight, and it was titled "Unloading Under the Sun." And Dude, it was so gross. And you go down to the comments and everyone's just jerking off. Like you can tell where he's like, people are like, so beautiful. Like, I want to eat that out of your ass. It's fucking gross. Yeah.
No, that's a community that has found each other. That is beautiful to me.
That is
okay.
cool, yeah.
I mean,
Unloading in the
so.
sunlight.
I guess so.
It's yeah.
Is there like
it is fucking disgusting. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, but it's like I think it just because there's so much like pretense out there. Like, if you find a community of scat people that all like this really disgusting thing you like, like that. I mean, there's no pretense there at all. Right?
Yeah, that must be a pretty good feeling.
Absolutely. It's like you guys are my scat community for sure.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful thing.
I take that. Yeah.
That's
shit
fair,
all over
because we all eat shit and we all hang out all the time.
That's right. You shouldn't hang out.
Exactly how it goes.
I bet, like, could you imagine the rush of, like, if you were into scat, finding another person who was into scat in real life? You know?
Right.
Where if you're like,
How do you tell there's like some sort of signal at a bar?
Where it's just, I don't know.
That's a good signal. That
Brown shirts on Thursdays.
Just wearing jorts with the butthole cut out of them.
Just hang out in the bathroom. Are you waiting to use this? No.
I'm waiting for you to use
I'm waiting for you to use this.
Points to his mouth.
Points to his mouth.
Anyway, we talked about jerking off. We talked about poop. What
do we have coming up?
Event wise,
we have Comedy Night in Wonderland.
So
August
here's the
13th.
thing. Question.
Sure.
I can just ask you guys. So there's a guy at Costco who does lights, and he has like a huge DJ lighting setup. It's made for concerts.
Okay.
But he's like new to the city, and he just wants to link up with creatives, and whatever. I don't know if we could use him specifically.
Does he DJ or does he produce it?
I don't know. He looks like a DJ setup, but the lights are like fucking amazing, and he like codes to like synchronize the whole light show. So it runs. Should I try to hit him up and be like, hey, would you run tech for Rise, or do we want to like start learning how to do that in house?
Definitely want to start learning how to do it in house for sure. But in terms of like, so you just want to fully outsource it? Is that the question?
Well, yeah, it's like, do we want to like depend on someone to show up there, on a Friday night? I don't know this guy really, and all that stuff, and I don't know his like.
No.
I don't know whether he shows up someplace trashed and blah blah blah. Maybe have him be there, and if he's down.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd invite him. And do you know how much would you want to pay him?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he wants money. He's just
trying to do it.
Yeah,
I will say
I know a lot of people like that don't really want money.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like, I would like having more DJs at before and after our shows.
Yeah.
So that the show starts a little bit early, but it's like music and a DJ is controlling like the temperature of the room, and then the MC then controls the temperature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Is Alex Blocker in Denver? Blocker?
Alex Blocker, he is in
Is he a DJ?
Alex Blocker, no, he's a musician.
Yeah.
He was on the cover of Westworld, went to Fort Lewis College. This is who Alex Blocker is.
Yeah, but he's someone we can maybe hit up to provide musical.
Low key, I've hit him up and been left on red on Instagram. So if you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I love the Instagram politics of being left on red and
Just one and done.
Name drop. I hit up Mikey McKernan for club recommendations on Instagram. Left on red.
Left on red. Interesting.
I don't think it was malicious.
Dude, I messaged Sam Morril because I saw he was going to be in Kansas City the same weekend as me, and I was like, dude, if I
did
could
he
open
leave
for
you on red?
And he left me on red, dude.
Did he even
you really
read it?
message him?
Yeah.
I love that.
And
I love that too.
Did he?
Me too.
Did he actually read
Did
it?
he read it?
I don't know if he read it.
Oh,
Didn't
then he
check.
probably
He didn't
did.
respond.
Yeah.
Check right now. I want to see.
If he left me on red.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah.
What if you just figure out like
I was like, I know this is a long shot, but
he's just like
Like last night,
my name's Elliot.
like Jeffrey Asmus and I talked, whatever, and then like I added him. I like posted him on my story, and then today he finally saw it and responded, and then I hit him up. I'm like, hell yeah, you too, man. Like, great stuff, whatever. And I'm like, I'll probably be in Chicago the next year if you don't mind me like hitting you up for like a show idea or whatever. And then just never opened.
I'm so bad at.
Whether that's
Has that been read or no?
that's not been read. It doesn't say seen underneath
It
it.
says seen if it has. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just learning how that works.
dude, I have no idea how Instagram works. I'm so bad at it.
You really are.
Yeah.
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 No,
okay.
expand.
Expand. Specifically, what I've noticed with the DeadRoom account is
okay.
that I've been posting lately on the DeadRoom account we just maxed out at like 120 likes for the first time. I was looking back at old posts. We were getting like 16 likes, 15 likes. And they were all Elliot.
Yeah. I'm terrible, but at least someone was doing something.
It's true. That's true. And I know.
And I was just
not.
throwing shit at. I was throwing shit on the internet. Is what I was doing.
Yeah. But when we post photos, it's always best to lead with pictures of our face, and then you swipe to when the show is.
Yeah.
Because people like faces on Instagram.
Okay.
They do.
It's really weird.
Read a psychology article.
No, he's
No.
right.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just primal.
I believe it.
You see teeth.
Okay, yeah. See, everyone knows this but me.
Yeah.
How do you, when you tag someone, how do you make the font like really small? But it'll stop going at some point.
Oh my! You gotta get an.
Oh,
iPhone.
you're talking about like how you like.
yeah.
You can throw it off the
What's
screen.
important for this conversation is you have an Android.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
a goddamn iPhone.
Okay.
dude, please.
Well, I just won't be in charge of social media.
Were you ever?
I mean, I was the only one posting. That's why we're getting 16 likes. I'm saying like I was helping.
I want this to be a segment. I want every time we come on here, just shit on Elliot.
Shit on
segment.
Elliot, yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I do
What do we call it? Make it a
Smell
pun.
it?
Oh fuck, that's good.
Smell
peanut butter and jelly it, dude.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly because he's jealous.
And that's
or-
where we
Yeah.
build me back up and then treat me like a snack or what?
Put you in a little Ziploc bag and suffocate you.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Dude, I like this podcast. This is fun for me. I'm glad I'm here. This is good.
This is a great podcast.
Dude,
I love this
I'm
podcast.
so glad you're here. Well, that's a good segue to like speak to like why it's so great working with you guys.
Yeah.
No cap on God, legit.
Hello?
Hella.
No bus?
No.
I'm bussing.
I'm actually gonna stop referring to you as whether these are appropriate slangs to be deploying at this time because I don't think you know young talk.
I know the words. I don't know what they mean.
Right.
You don't
On
know.
God.
You don't know what bussin' means.
No cap.
You do though.
yeah.
What does it mean?
Good.
Good.
That shit bussing.
God. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, Jeff was going to share something with us.
What were
What?
we gonna share?
Oh, what I was gonna share? Oh, well, it's great because like I'm not a numbers guy at all. I am not taxes. I am not like let's contact an email and blah blah blah. But you are. Elliot, looking at you,
Can be.
Josh, you're great at it.
Oh, thank you.
And it gives, and Jacob does like the graphic design and shit like that.
Yeah, and
then
Jacob shot himself in the head. That's a good
Jacob,
contribution.
oh, best story.
Can we not? That would be the fourth time that I've talked
honestly
about.
thought about,
that
like,
I've
we
talked
should
about
open.
that I've done that story.
Every time we get,
You guys, okay, so just to be, you don't want to do the origin story of DeadRoom Comedy. You want me to tell the story
Yes,
that I shot
yes,
myself in the
yes,
head again
yes,
on a podcast?
please talk
they're
about
honestly
it.
Or
pretty
at least
similar.
tease it. I wanted to be on the
Okay.
podcast at some point.
Long story short, 18 years old, 2:30 in the morning, Walmart parking lot. My friends and I had an air gun, CO2, full. It was a full. I shot it at the ground 4 times, didn't see any sparks. Then I was like, okay, well, Russian roulette because I thought it was empty. It wasn't empty. Put it up to my head and. Let's just say I implanted a BB into my head. This is the long story, guys. 4 days, went to the I planted a BB in my head. 4 days,
Didn't you touch your head and be like, oh, I think it's wet?
Yeah, I went to go smoke weed under a tunnel right directly after it happened. My friends and I went to go spray paint under a tunnel and smoke weed, and so I inhaled a bunch of spray paint fumes, and then for 4 days there was a BB in my head. Didn't know if it was in my head. And
How did you find out?
I took one of those little fucking magnetic darts and I put it up to my head and it stuck straight up. So that was the big thing. That's the big
It's my
laugh.
favorite part.
Everybody loves the big laugh. It's a big laugh.
It stuck straight up.
Oh man. Can't wait to do this with a real one, you know? Just
Yeah.
kidding. Hey, that's not funny, but thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
God, I love that story.
What were you saying, Jeff? Should we just retell that story every episode?
Oh, yeah.
At some point every episode, someone just goes, "Oh yeah," and also remember the time Jacob shot himself in the head.
Yeah,
It's just
you
like,
guys do
please,
finance
no.
and events and venues. I do the sketches and creative stuff, and then Jacob just keeps us young. Jacob just keeps us young.
It's like babysitting when you're around.
Your eyes were so dead when he told that story.
Oh,
You,
no, that was fun. That was a fun.
I loved
Okay,
it.
good.
You got laughs the whole way through.
I know. Let me get my jewel. That's sharper.
Okay.
Okay.
It's honestly, this is a great thing to bring up too. It's honestly worrying how physically visceral his reaction is when you grab his jewel. It is like the truest
a wild animal. Absolutely, it's 100%.
Fucking stop!
Oh, he's angry about it.
Loses control of his limbs.
Oh, he definitely doesn't have any control anymore. Like it has fully owned him. Now, absolutely.
But we're talking about you.
You and your fucking jewel.
Oh, I know.
Notice how you couldn't go 20 minutes without it?
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not denying any of that.
It's tough, man.
What are you? What are you guys most addicted? Are we all the most addicted to nicotine? Most of us.
Nah, food.
Food.
Oh, man, that's how I process negative emotions.
It'll suppress your appetite. That could work.
But my mom died because her heart didn't work, or her lungs were all scarred from smoking.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do that. Fair. Okay, dope. We'll do.
We got Josh in on Zins. Game on.
Cool. We are a nicotine-friendly podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to get sponsored by a nicotine gum, but then never actually try to quit smoking.
Dude, there's this place in Fort Collins that I forgot about that it still exists. There's a store called Cigarette Kings, and all they sell is cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, that used to that would
be everywhere.
20 years ago.
But that's the only place I've seen that still exists. It's
just all cigarettes.
Yeah, and they're just you know what I mean? They're just owning it. They're like, yeah, but we know people are addicted. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We barely have to market, honestly.
I think they're genuinely or generally looser with cigarettes out here because I can't think of one place in the Midwest, and also I haven't been there as a drinker and as my age now, but is it called Roadhouse in Durango?
Ooh, what a place!
I love that
because you can smoke inside.
Yeah.
It's evocative, isn't it?
And they have a ventilation system.
Yeah,
they designed the bar so you could smoke inside.
So you can smoke inside. It's great. Yeah, so you guys all met in Durango.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you meet in class or did you meet at a mic?
I met Elliot in 2016, right?
At a mic?
No, I did my first humor Embassy Underground.
Laugh Therapy, we could shout him out.
Yeah,
Laugh Therapy. Sean Patton coming through town.
Second time he's
That's
doing
great.
it.
August 11th.
But yeah, I saw you at a party that weekend, and you're like, "Hey, great set. Oh, you're so great. Holy shit, I can't even believe how good you were up there."
That's what I said.
Yeah,
No, and it kept going for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Honestly, it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was flirting with you, but
And
neither
he
of
was
us
like,
knew it.
"Please, can I kiss the ground that beneath your feet?" And I was like, "Dude, all right,
Between your legs.
Yeah, that's how I remember.
Well, because when you guys met, it was before you went to Spain, so it was before you came out, right?
Yeah. So I didn't even know I was hitting.
Wait,
right.
Spain came into your life and then you
No,
came
he went to
out?
Spain.
I went to Spain.
Oh,
I did come out
okay.
after I went to Europe. I started
Okay.
wearing scarves.
I love that.
Yeah. It changed you.
It's like the Gateway article.
Yeah.
Clothing,
Yeah.
Scarves?
Okay, so you saw him at a show and then later at a party you said great set.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were like, "Hey, I'm
It's
trying to-
crazy
I'm
because
try-
it seems like it was a pivotal day in your life, but I don't remember meeting
Right.
you at all.
You were telling me that you were like, yeah, I'm trying to start a comedy club at the Fort or whatever. So
Yeah.
you were like, you should be a part of it.
Yeah.
And Josh and Jake?
We had class. Oh, okay. I do that.
Oh, when I got back from Spain, I went to, I think we met at Rancho.
El Rancho, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thursday nights.
And I was kind of intimidated. I was like, "Who's this?" You know?
Yeah, same.
Because
Yeah.
it's weird because I watched the Durango scene through Facebook for a year, and I saw it evolve and stuff, and then I came back, and then I saw all the new people. So not that interesting, actually.
So you and I met before you and JJ met.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So JJ was still in Spain. Because Ali Wolf she kept inviting me out. That was back when she was hosting Laugh Therapy. Mm-hmm. And so she invited me out, and I actually did Wine Bar.
That was your
my
first mic.
First
Really?
mic. Yeah, it was so nice because it was just so bright. You know what I mean? And then, so Wine Bar, that's where Kate used to work there. It's like a high-class wine bar in
I think
Durango.
I walked by it.
It's out of business now.
It's no longer, but
It's a new business though, right?
it's newish, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of in its own. It looks like a little house.
It was a house.
Yeah,
that they converted into
yeah.
a
You
bar.
pointed that out when we walked by it.
Oh, yeah. It's
That was the first time they did comedy.
first time. Yeah, it was beautiful. And so then we had an economics class together. Mm-hmm. And so after that, after I did Laugh Therapy, you said something about how you're also a comedian.
Yeah. Well, I remember meeting you at Eno.
Yeah?
Yeah. You don't remember that? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Weird, because it was a pivotal day in my life.
No, yeah. We were already in class at that point,
Yeah,
right?
we had
And
classes
then you
together before we did comedy together.
exactly, yeah.
And then at Eno, I recognized you from class, and I was like, "Good job," and I gave you a note on one of your bits
That's true.
You did later, and it worked. So I was like, "Nice."
Yeah. Elliot, you also gave me my first paid spot ever in comedy.
At Eno?
No, at
No, at Starlight.
Starlight. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyrell headlined. Alex Blocker.
Oh
was
yeah,
in the middle.
Tyrell threw up before he headlined.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's cute.
he was nervous.
And now he's quit comedy. So
Yeah, well,
Rip.
Listen to the vomit. That's the lesson.
couldn't handle the pressure of 15 people in a dive bar on Saturday night in Durango.
Josh, when you did that first mic, were you wanting to do stand-up comedy or thinking about doing it, and then someone said, "Here's this opportunity," and you're like, "Oh, dope! That's the universe saying time to give it a go," or did they mention it and you're like, "Oh, I could give that a try"?
yeah. So I had never been like I could be a stand-up comedian, but I've always really loved stand-up. I remember I saw James and Ernie for my 16th birthday in Gallup, New Mexico.
Yeah.
And I just remember like feeling that the jokes were funnier with people around you. That the laughter is like easier to laugh, and then you can laugh louder at these jokes with people than without people. And I remember just like, yeah, vividly.
James and Ernie's, that's a kid's show?
It's I mean, if Navajos are kids to you, I guess.
that-
Yeah.
I
You're
thought that was
infantilizing the entire Navajo nation.
That's crazy,
I thought-
man.
oh,
Dude,
dude,
that's wow. That's
Dude, I was thinking Bert and Ernie, the gay couple on Sesame Street.
yeah.
My fault.
Bert and Ernie.
I'd say they're bi.
Okay, the pan.
He's shaped like a
polyamorous
penis,
pan.
man. Like he's like.
Bert and Ernie.
Who do you think's the top in that relationship?
Oh,
Big
Ernie.
Bird.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what are you talking
Wait,
about? I actually don't.
which one's the taller one?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember what either of them look like.
So Ernie's the orange one, and then Bert is the
Again,
penis.
I'm gonna need tall or short. I'm gonna need.
You said Ernie. Ernie is the tall yellow one.
No, Ernie is short and orange.
Oh, so Bert is the tall yellow one.
Exactly.
So Bert's the bottom.
Bert's
You
the
think?
bottom.
Yeah,
think Bert's the
I think he's
bottom?
a tall, lanky bottom.
Tall, lanky bottom. Bummer.
He's the trebuchet of the relationship. That's the new term for a tall, lanky gay.
Absolutely, yeah. Put it out
trebuchet.
there.
Corey Stevens. Corey Stevens is the trebuchet of the relationship, which is interesting because Trey is short for trebuchet. But it is Corey that is the trebuchet.
I'm glad you got your bit in.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
That's very weird.
Noted.
Yeah, what time is this? I want to know where this joke is.
Yeah, we're joking. And then
Yeah.
Cut that out.
27?
Okay.
Cut that out.
So like when I posted on the gram, like everyone fast forward to 26 to get the
Yes.
lead up to a hot bit.
I do want them to hear JJ's story about he shot himself in the head.
true.
That
I
is
just have to say
crucial.
it once again.
That's the
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah. Say it now. So the
All right. So long story
Why are
short,
you on your phone while we're doing this, bro?
I'm just
That is crazy.
I need
Good
constant
call.
stimulation.
Your Jewel and your phone are just out of control.
No.
You're just scrolling Instagram. Not
Here,
paying
I'll turn
attention.
it off. I'll turn it off.
No, why don't you just set it right here between Elliot and I?
Yeah.
Why
What,
are you not
the
comfortable
phone?
with that? Yeah,
Put it in
just
Jeff's
right
ass.
there.
No, because I don't trust you guys with my phone. I'm just turning it
Is that what
off.
you said?
Huh? My ass?
Can we hit your Jewel?
No.
Okay.
Thanks.
okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I like what I love about the gun story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna dwell on it, it's just like that's what's delightful about you more than anyone else I know is that you are just this
Stupid enough to kill yourself.
Yeah, and like this like if you ground up a bunch of humans and then like pushed it through a machine that made sausage, and then you also like in that machine was also like the worst part of the internet. Jacob would come out on the other side of the sausage. Just all that time you spent on 4chan and you had Adderall at what age? 6 or 12?
6? Yeah. I was,
6?
I was 6 years old.
Insane.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He had
Yes.
meth
Yes.
and
Yes.
4chan.
That was also the first time I jerked off too when I was 6 years old.
Oh, you told me that. That's crazy. I forgot
How
about
many years
this.
did you
Dude.
jerk off before you came again?
Oh, for like 5 years.
That's
And
insane.
what came out?
Oh,
at
dude,
the end
and
of
that's a
5
brutal
years?
story. You know what? I'll just tell it. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah,
There was-
absolutely.
There was one time, bro, that like I was, I
You're
don't know,
like
I was
11 at this point.
probably like 10 or 9. And I knew that dudes ejaculated from their penis, but I wasn't ejaculating. So I thought that there was something wrong. So I like literally like melt my penis with my hand. I was like, it was like forceful, and blood came out, and then
what? Whoa! Blood came out.
God,
Don't drop that.
You asked me to. So blood came out, and then I was like, "Well, that's scary as fuck." And then I didn't tell anybody, didn't do anything, and it's fine. I didn't like.
You said you like what? Waited like 36 hours so you jerked off again?
I don't know. I probably finished.
36 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's
It's funny. My first porn sites were those like porn game sites, like the cartoon game sites.
Nice.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was like sexy fun games.
I do remember those.
Yeah, the ones where you need your mom's credit card and then you put her number into it and then you throw it away and then your
Not
mom's
that
like, "Where'd
one.
my credit card go?" And you're like, "I don't know." This
Did
is
you do
crazy.
this?
It could be
Did you really?
You
No,
didn't
I
actually
could see
do
a kid
that.
doing
Oh,
that.
I
I could see someone doing that.
Okay, we're speaking from real experience.
That's absolutely sounds too specific, right?
Yeah.
My first porn was
It wasn't monsterxxx.com or anything. It was.
or anything like that.
I mean, there's probably a bunch of sites. It could have
You
been.
didn't have to click 18 if you were in.
No, yeah.
Damn.
And you weren't too young to know what the CV number was, so you guessed a bunch of different numbers, and then you figured out it was on the back, and you Googled that first, and you got in. It wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that.
No.
That's crazy. What was it like going through like puberty with a twin?
Hot.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Elliot.
She looked ravishing.
That's yeah.
Dude, hormonal. Dude, my sister used to yell at me like a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It's just
Interesting.
She just get mad with like everything I did. And I was like, what's her problem?
Like your entire life, or just in a certain period?
Just like the more like teenage years.
Yeah.
And what explains that so much is we all went up to Elliot's house for the first time because his uncle passed away a year ago. So they had the memorial like last Saturday.
R.I.P. Uncle Rob.
And R.I.P.
Rest
Uncle Rob.
in peace.
Rest in power.
Rest in power.
Absolutely.
He
Put his
would've-
ashes in a firework.
Dude, him and
That's
MLK up fucking in heaven right now.
All right, I'm just gonna keep talking.
I'm just saying.
Dapping it up, man. Playing
I'm just saying
dominoes.
he was a great guy.
Because Elliot, I've heard the bit about him and his twin sister about how like he works at a bar and blah blah blah, but his like sister like builds houses in Africa. And then you go and he gives us a tour and he's like, "Here's Emily's room," and it's like
It's a room. It's like a real room.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just a room. I'm not like trying to talk up Emily's room. It's just a
yeah.
good childhood bedroom. And you walk in Elliot, and it is a literal closet.
It's like Harry Potter level.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's just a little. It's like Harry Potter with a window.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like fucking.
And you're like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
Even Anne Frank's like, Jesus.
tour that guy's bedroom.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Where's the fucking museum of your room?
I decided to give you guys the tour because like you guys want to see where the complex comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you 100%. You get
Got
it.
to see
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah. You did have a little loft in your room though, and I had a loft like that too. And I'm like, wonder if like lofts make you buy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Must be something there.
I had another good story from the funeral. Aunt Linda said that Uncle Rob wanted to be flushed down the toilet so he could look at butts for the rest of his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You
That's
were there for that?
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, I blacked out, so
That
I
was
don't.
fun.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we
know you did.
we flushed Uncle Rob. It
was fun,
good.
though.
That
was fun.
I got the honor of lighting the firework and flushing the toilet.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's a great family too. Just
Isn't
like
it?
Good family.
very supportive
crazy.
of each other, which is nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of bickering, but it's good.
Also, it's a power move to have an open bar at your funeral wake. That is fucking sick as shit. Man.
Yeah.
Leave
That's-
money for an open bar.
He did, yeah.
That's so funny.
He made that very clear that he wanted that to happen, and he didn't leave money. My parents paid for that, but
Yeah, like I didn't.
he was thousands of dollars in debt when he died. So that was, but we did it in print.
I don't know
so
if
your
it's super
parents-
necessary.
Your parents paid for everything.
Whatever Elliot says was necessary to say in that moment.
That's fair. That's
right.
right. Listeners, now you know. Uncle Rob, thousands of dollars of debt when he died.
If you die in debt, your family can still celebrate you.
Absolutely.
So that's good to know. If you want to just tank life.
Yo, debt is just imaginary.
Yeah.
All right. When you die, it just goes away.
It
We are
does.
so ingrained with debt and helping each other in this country that we can just, you can die and we'll still love you. Leave us a bunch of fucking debt. Let's just
Also,
add it to
I
the
feel like
pile.
70% of people in the United States die with debt. Is that an accurate estimate?
I feel like people just keep making up statistics right
Yeah,
now.
now who's making
I
up
think I heard that. I'm almost positive that I read that on statistics.
I don't. Do you know how to read? Like,
Yeah.
I
can read.
I can read.
Yeah, I can read. I have verbal dyslexia. You guys know this.
Yeah.
Adderall when I was 7 years old. It'll do that to you. I feel like.
Did you orgasm? Like, were like their orgasms?
Yeah, I would orgasm.
Like
So
dry
the-
orgasms?
Just like
and
ghost
it
orgasms?
It wasn't like every day. It was probably like maybe once a week, like when I was really starting out. But yeah.
Did you have like a day of the week?
Well, it was just my parents' bathtub had a jet. It was like they had one of those
Wow.
handheld. The
That went right
handheld.
up your ass, and you.
No, just right on my dick. You know, listen.
Wow. I've never done that before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's great.
It's
Yeah.
great.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great. It's fantastic.
Really?
Because
Oh,
it's designed.
man.
It's designed to be like the kids are in the hot tub and they might put their finger in, so it's not. It's gonna stop and not
Oh,
really
okay.
hurt. You know, a finger if it goes in there.
Oh, so it's
And
like the suction part, like the an actual hole. I
not
thought
the
you were like,
suction
no, it's
part,
like a
the-
little plastic propeller.
Yeah, or
At least
whatever.
That's what I was using. Beating my meat.
Anyway.
One setting.
it's such a weird thing to be jealous of. You know what I mean? Like,
Two setting.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
You know, you have the money for it
Dude,
now.
I
It's not
had
like
the
you
weirdest
can't.
sexual experimenting in like a home. It was just like
that's what you're saying. Yeah, with a plunger with like it's a
plunger
wood handle.
Yeah, dude.
That
It was
stuff doesn't
smooth.
make
I got up there.
like no
way up
lube
my
at all.
ass. What?
No lube at all.
Shampoo.
Shampoo does not burn.
For lube? When you use the Irish Spring, yes, it does.
That's crazy.
That's like, dude, my
Spring
skin is
smells
always
worse
so
than ass.
fucking dry after I use an Irish Spring.
Oh,
I can't
absolutely.
even imagine how it would be on your penis.
Oh yeah, and, you know.
On your member.
You
No,
think
I
the
was talking about
spring's
my
bad? You
asshole.
should experience the Irish summertime. Yeah. You say never go for the joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, be present.
That was nice.
Yeah, be a human being.
I
I
loved
stopped
that
listening
story
to
that
that
guy shared at
Which
the
one?
Rise meeting. So we had a meet. We have let's plug Dead Inside at Rise Theater on August 8th,
All right, and what's the next one after that? Next Sunday.
August 15th
Uh-huh.
at the Comedy Fort.
Fantastic. Two weekends in a row. I'm very proud of that.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
And also August 13th in Wonderland, but not for Dead Inside.
Yes.
Just for a normal stand-up show.
yeah,
That's sold out every time, so you should buy your tickets now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
keep getting mad because they can't get in. It's like, look, dude.
Fuck, dude.
dude.
I know, like they come last minute and they're like, "Can we just get a seat?" And we're like, "No, get out of here." Yeah, I slapped him in the face
Get out of here.
Problematic, dude.
Yeah, that's
know.
right.
Problematic.
because he's in a wheelchair.
Got that.
I can read.
I can read. He's like, "Is there a bathroom over here?" Get out of here!
Hey, can I have a,
Scram!
can I have a seat? You already got one.
He's like a Vietnam vet.
You
I'm like,
already
"Get
got
out of here!"
one. You don't need a seat.
So funny.
Jesus.
I don't know. Don't be handicapped. Or whatever.
Isn't that so funny? Oh, Fringe. Oh,
Fringe
Fringe
was
was
dope.
great.
We got
Yeah.
an
Loved
award.
it.
We got an
Yeah.
award.
Hey!
Best comedy show.
got an
Denver
award.
Fringe.
Wow.
Denver forever in.
Thank you.
And we were,
Oh,
we were
so much
sitting in
weed.
this basement back in April saying,
That's right. We had three
wanna have
goals.
the best, we want to have the best show of the Fringe.
Best show, The Fringe.
The other two
Right?
goals were
We want to hit a homeless man.
No.
Okay.
No, let's back up. Like on a serious thing, the three goals, like we wanted a show we were proud of, right? Did that, number one. We wanted the highest selling show in the entire Denver Fringe.
wanted that,
We
yeah.
did that, man. We by a long shot, I feel like. And then we wanted to win an award, and we did that. Best comedy.
That's three.
That's right. With 3 3, baby.
Best
Feel good about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. We manifested it.
And
we
we
strikes and we're out,
visualized it.
dude.
And I was so personally like just prepared, had all the talking points in my head. And this is just also self-doubt. I was telling myself,
Oh,
like,
nice.
I'm just ready for this to be a learning experience. Like it was all about the journey and all about the process and all about blah blah blah. But it was nice to have something be successful. That we,
Yeah.
that we poured a lot
Yeah.
of work into.
It was wildly successful. Josh.
Josh, yeah, he was the one who applied.
Yeah, no, I applied with the name Dead Room Presents Dead Inside. I just wrote about how like comedy and trauma are intermixed. You know, they're linked because comedy to me is a way we deal with trauma. We get to talk about the things that make us cry, and you can make people laugh by doing that, and that was beautiful to me.
Yeah.
And then applied for it, got in. Y'all just jumped on it like right away. Like you guys really just like you saw the opportunity for what it was, and you were so on board with taking it seriously. And I really appreciate that from you
Yeah, to
guys.
help
Thank
them,
you.
there's nothing else to do.
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
No, but 100%. Yeah, it was nice to like have something to work towards and like
make the most of it.
Yeah. And like, test running it in the. It's cool how we like test running it down here in the basement, and it's cool how we you started with that like synopsis of a show, and then we built home base, and then like built the field around it.
Around it. Yeah, and just started throwing like little things in. Like we knew like stand up was going to be involved, and then it made sense to put the sketches in, and it was nice that because you made a narrative out of the show where I didn't think there was going to be one.
You did that really well.
Absolutely, I thought it was just going to be a variety thing.
Yeah,
but do you want to talk a little bit about the narrative that you sort of have in your head for this?
Yeah, and the narrative, like I didn't go into this like saying like I want to like let's do a narrative, but then it just kind of like I'm like, oh, there's an opportunity if we just add one, two, bang, 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 then all of a sudden there's a narrative throughout. Because when Elliot said he had people coming 4 nights in a row, or was it your people?
It was my people.
Yeah, you had like 2 people or 1 person coming 4 nights in a row, and I'm like, well, wouldn't it be cool if like there's something to like extra to pick up on? Because if you see that show and you have like 2 drinks in you, you're like, yeah, I laughed,
right?
That's great. But if you're sober and you're like a theater critic and you like supporting that kind of stuff. There's like a protagonist, and we've since changed it up for each. We're gonna change it up for each show. But I like just speaking to like the theme where it's like trauma leads to comedy. You laugh about what makes you cry, and when we filmed that Basement Dweller was like the first kind of sketch we had in our because Waffle Stomp was great, but like Basement Dweller was our first one that kind of caught on and people were talking about, and I knew that was going to be the theme of my set too, was like talking about the breakup with Emily, name drop, and
hey, Tagger,
and so that was like we were like fighting across we're going through it. We just went here, and Jacob had an idea for a basement whatever sketch, and it ended up just being a great distraction from the breakup and all this other shit to just pour into a character. And so I wanted to do a live character because it's just fun to like. I wanted to have that moment for an audience when they see a character on screen and all of a sudden it's next to them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh,
this is 5D.
That's very cool.
And it sets the tone for like the show. It's like a little unexpected, a little out of the box, and also like there's some thought here. And so the protagonist was just like that Gordon, just that guy who ate beans and wore overalls and whatever. And having him interact with the crowd at first, and then interact with some of the comics throughout the set and stuff like that, and also have the comics wrangle him back and tell him to tone it down. And then finally, the protagonist, the Gordon character, comes out again to fuck around, but it's while Josh is delivering a poem, and so he kind of like, reads the room, realizes that people aren't laughing. This isn't some hijinks time, shenanigans. And he like listens to what Josh has to say, and in the poem, and you are the master of your own destiny, commandership, fate, all that shit.
Close, but something
butchered.
pretentious, something British and pretentious.
Those profound words in a more profound order.
Did you?
And so he snaps out of it. Yeah, it was just quick, and then he snaps out of it, and then the protagonist is out of character, and then for that show it was me. And then just delivers stand up and about how, and so and that's kind of what we want the audience to take away from our show. It's like, oh, if shit fucks you up and makes you cry and like gets in your head, look for the person that makes you laugh, the YouTube video that makes you laugh. For me, that's Vine Comps, or like a TV show or whatever makes you laugh, and just get out of it and just get out of that headspace and stop the disassociative nature. So that's like. All of a sudden there's like a protagonist, and it goes, so we have a protagonist that starts somewhere, goes through change, and ends up in a better place by the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then we did that with Jacob at the Moxie Theater just this past Thursday, where he starts as Dr. Dankowitz selling Adderall, and so he's like throwing orange Tic Tacs to the audience and shit. Yeah. And then by the end we do the intervention sketch, and it just ended up working perfectly tonally, where we had a sketch ready in the can on theme.
I like the intervention sketch. That was very good. That was one of the first ones too.
Yeah, it was nice to revisit that.
And so we're gonna do that with Elliot and do that with Josh, and so just kind of have it's kind of cool to like take stand up and sketch and wrap it up in a way that's like, oh, this is also could be theater.
And it's like different.
Yeah, it's different, and it's and as we bring it on the road to all these other places, kind of like the booker's headspace when they get that offer is, well, are you going to utilize local talent? And once that question was asked, we're like, oh, that's
fucking course.
Fucking of course. Because
absolutely.
Selfishly, we want we want to see other comics. We want them to bring their audience and stuff like that. So then we can meet that audience.
But unselfishly, artistically,
it's cool to provide a space that is trauma specific, at least for this show, for Dead Inside. And that like, so a comedian can be like, oh, I have this show coming up where the expectation is not punchline. It's like, I can take this thing I really want to talk about and deliver it and have the space to do that. And that's why it was cool to see our guests for the Fringe, specifically like Hannah Jones really like took the fact that we had a theme to heart and like really led into some topics that I don't see her do on showcase sets, and just smashed. And like, 'cause that was the audience expectations, and she's just fucking funny, great at what she does. And so of course she delivered. But like, it's just it's cool to see that, like, because that's what it was for us. It's like a different opportunity to write for, and so to provide that for other people if we take it on the road. Yeah. And then then I'll stop talking, but then we want to change it up, and after Dead Inside, we'll do DeadRoom Presents. I think On God is the next theme. We talk about dogma and religion and all that shit. So
yeah, I love that.
I think we could broaden that to just brainstorming off that idea.
Yeah.
To how you were raised in general.
Yeah,
right?
I like that too.
Just
on raising.
That'll work. No,
I'm spitballing ideas.
No bad ideas. That was a bad idea.
What if we call it Harm Raised? No, I'm sorry.
Don't go for the joke.
I know.
No, you just your own advice.
I know.
Swing.
Well, I wasn't even going. This was a brainstorming session.
Okay.
Listen, as Ted Lasso just said in the season 2 premiere last night.
Spoilers.
Don't bring an umbrella to a brainstorm, okay? Let me go. All right. Don't bring an umbrella to a brainstorm.
God, he's got good lines.
Well, and it makes me mad at Olivia, but it also doesn't, because Harry Styles is that attractive. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, now you are segueing into.
This doesn't matter. This does not
I know what you're
matter.
talking about, where Jason Sudeikis, who plays Ted Lasso, recently got divorced with Olivia Wilde, who's not hooking up with Harry Styles, but no one else understands that.
Well, now they know, and their life is better. Okay, it's a really interesting love triangle, and I feel like not enough people know about it. All right, and if we break it, that could be big. Yeah. All right.
Wait, so who divorced Jason Sudeikis is now dating Harry Styles?
Close.
Yeah. Olivia Wilde is dating Harry Styles, who is a lead cast member of her movie, a role he only got because Shia LaBeouf was dropped after the recent allegations came out against him. So it's really
sexual allegations.
For Shia LaBeouf.
I have no idea that Shia LaBeouf
being a horrible person boyfriend to FKA.
That Twigs. I did hear about. Yeah.
And so really, Shia had to fall so Harry could get Olivia Wilde's pussy.
You know that song? Yeah. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, everybody saw that after watching Even Stevens too.
Yeah.
I think.
Like, this guy's gonna do something.
Yeah, it's like he's like, you're running through the woods. You know that song. Shia LaBeouf song. You guys ever heard of it?
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. Shia LaBeouf. That one. Yeah.
Bro, sweaty in this basement. Is it normally this hot down here?
Yeah, because I don't have the windows open right now because for sound, fan going.
Sound. We're sacrificing comfort for audio quality. Yeah. That's good.
Be an athlete. I thought you were an athlete.
Be an athlete. I just want the listeners to know we're dedicated to this.
100%.
Elliot, where'd you get that shirt? Fuck Denny's.
Sarah made it for me.
Damn
it. What a great fiance.
That's great
fiance.
For her.
That's a little presumptuous, I think, of you and her.
I think this is a great time to mention that this podcast is brought to you by the Greenlight Weekend.
Greenlight Weekend. That's right.
Greenlight Weekend.
Our friends at the Whiskey Reel. All right. I just want to.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by the Red Light Weekday.
That's one thing we started doing over last year was we got a buddy Brian Nystrom, and he has a great podcast, and he's been super consistent with it, and so we just threw him some money.
Very professional too. I love it.
Very professional.
Yeah,
we haven't been doing the custom reads recently. We should.
So we started giving him custom ad reads. What were some of them?
One of them was. Josh sent it. The first one that he did, the first ad read that he did was the best. I forgot exactly the order or what the jokes were.
I remember one of them.
What?
It was like, DeadRoom Comedy. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless you go to the Britney Spears show because you come in your pants and you got to take your pants home.
Yeah, and we made him say that. Yeah,
we did something about Kobe too, right? Where we like,
the
only
Kobe DeadRoom Comedy, Kobe's favorite comedy troupe.
Yeah. DeadRoom Comedy. We support women's rights. I remember that one being one of them.
Was that a joke or do we?
No,
of course we do.
We strike sincere tones here too.
Okay. I didn't know. I wasn't ready.
Well, also before we wrap episode 1 up, you guys, I don't think DeadRoom would be where we're at today if y'all wouldn't have gone for and we wouldn't have gotten that Hawk Tank loan.
That
that's
cash money.
true.
So what,
we are
talk about
fucking
that.
sick.
Talk about that because I just kind of helped with some of the wording of your presentation.
Okay, wait, I got some of the DeadRoom Comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, read them out.
Okay, DeadRoom Comedy. Fuck you, Taylor Swift. We dare you to sue us, bitch. I don't know who wrote that one.
I do.
DeadRoom Comedy. Jeffrey Epstein's favorite little boys. DeadRoom Comedy. Come to me flat and eat me crisps, bruv. Let's get absolutely crippled, yeah. Andrew Garfield was the hottest Spider-Man. Sees the day and punch a stranger in the dick. House plants don't cure loneliness.
That's funny.
Operation Iraqi Freedom was a good idea. Airline food delivered to your door. Pinche tu madre. If you have a Samsung phone, we could never be together. What happens in Vegas?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Who wrote that?
Yeah, I wonder who that's about.
Give it up for Gay Boy Gaystrom for having us on his previous gay cast. Brian is so fucking gay.
His gay cast. Brian.
Hi, R, baby. All right. Fringe changed us. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, we were better
what's
before.
hashtag or no, we would have gone to Cancun too. Hashtag free Ted, hashtag Can Cruise. All land is native land, love is a lie.
Hitting a real Josh vein right there.
Yeah, that was just two of Josh's.
All land is native land, love is alive. Josh in 8 words.
He's like, holy shit, this isn't my fucking journal. DeadRoom Comedy. DeadRoom Comedy. What's the deal with airplane food on 9/11? Putting sus in vasectomy. There's no whatever. King shit. Where the white women at? We support the right for men's rights to veto abortions. That had
I don't
to
think
be,
we ever had. Did he read that one?
I don't think you did. 18th Amendment was a mistake. Jesus Christ. What's the 18th Amendment?
That was the one that.
Women's right to vote, I think.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
That's probably
I only wrote one. I don't remember which one.
Save a cowboy. Save a cowboy. Fuck a horse.
I wrote that one, I think.
Brian, please stop saying the N-word. It's not funny, nor is it original. We urge you to please stop, or we will have to discontinue our sponsorship with a Green Light Weekend.
Nice.
We're holding you accountable.
The few, the proud, the Marines. Why would you even put that in?
Again with the journal entries.
Are those dated?
Brian, if you tell anyone about our secret, well, we will fucking kill you. Brian, if you tell it, or wait, I already said that one. When handling firearms, never point a gun at friends or loved ones unless you want to see their reactions because it's funny. Save a horse, marry and impregnate the scene girl from your high school that now works as a shelf stalker at Target. Burn down Target with your scene girlfriend inevitably cheats on you for coke. Never do cocaine unless you want to. Green light weekend, more like red light weekday. This podcast fucking sucks. That's the last one.
Last 5 call Jacob.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, we should get back into that.
We used that's we had the money to write all that bullshit because of Hawk Tank.
Right.
Smooth transition.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
We entered the Fort Lewis College entrepreneurship competition in the alumni track, and we won, man. We won first place. We convinced them that what we're doing right now is a viable business worth their investment. Isn't that tight, dude?
No, that is great. That is great. You were just complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass the jewel around, dude. Podcast rules.
It's nice, Fort Lewis. I've been involved in Hot Tank for multiple years. My mom submitted to it. She won 4th place one year. And then in college, I worked on it and I emceed it. And then that next year, we submitted to it. So I emceed it one year and then I won it the next year. So I felt like really in touch with Hot Tank.
It's fucking baller.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
I had to play in the judging. Yeah. Well, I did pick one of the judges. I submitted this guy to be a judge, and then he got selected, and then he got selected for our round.
Oh, how interesting!
Gerrymandered this.
I'm manifesting. Okay.
What's his name?
This is manifest.
Was his name even Jerry? You can't even because of gerrymandering.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, I know.
Bang.
Hey, did you guys hear Jacob?
Hey, did you guys hear me?
Damn.
Yeah, and so I mean, what's like the first few things we did with that money? It was
We
Sponsored?
paid $60 for a Sinbad cameo.
Yeah, that was probably like the first thing on our list, honestly.
No, okay, it was the second thing on our list. The first thing on the list, we donated $500 to the
Comedy Relief Fund.
Comedy Relief
Yes.
Fund for Denver. Okay,
Yes.
I just want to make that very clear.
Yeah,
Which was very generous of us and was still a good idea.
at the time.
and we still to this day use our funds to donate to local comedians GoFundMe's.
That's
Yes.
right. I just bought 2 jokes from Rosalie.
Oh, that's great.
You bought
Yeah.
jokes from her?
Yeah, she was selling jokes for $10 a piece, so I bought 2.
Oh, that's crazy. I've
I
never
saw
heard
that
of
in
that
the email,
before.
but-
Will they work with your act?
No, it's for anybody in DeadRoom. She said she's going to get it to us on Monday.
The jokes?
Yeah, so I don't know. It
They're not
says-
even written yet.
They're not written yet.
Oh, she's just trying to freelance writing. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, and so I
Love
wanted
that.
to support that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope that's okay with you boys.
Yeah,
I felt
that's fine.
empowered to do that. Yeah.
Dude, it's so much easier when other people write your jokes. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, we should just start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Homo Henry.
Yeah, that bit works great, bro.
Yeah, you're
Love
welcome.
that. And you wrote the tagline for that. All I do is say it. Do you guys want it back?
No.
I've when I did like that queer show like 20 minutes, and I was just like, if it comes a time where I need to use Homo Henry, I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because yeah,
I still do the kids' feet joke sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah.
If
If it's like
I still
if it's like a house show or something, or like
the Durango Kids Feet.
Yeah.
It's just a co-owned joke by
well, I said
us.
yeah.
Yeah,
I said you could.
I haven't done it in a long
I said you
time.
could use it, but I
Do
still.
you say the tastes like innocence?
no?
Oh,
kids' feet.
Yeah, it's just it's
soft.
usually
well,
like if
kids'
I
feet because they're
it-
soft and they taste
I
like
usually,
innocence.
I usually use it as like a faux riff if I see someone's toes.
right.
Like Owen
right.
Matthews came to a mic with his toes out.
Okay.
And then you did
Yeah,
that
I like
joke,
that.
and he was like, "That's Jacob's joke."
Nope.
Right? Oh, he didn't. He
No, you
wasn't-
do the poop joke a lot, though.
Oh, I
Yeah.
stopped doing that.
I took a poop today.
Yeah, 'cause you were still using that.
I took it
motherfucker.
right
That's
out
like
of the
my
toilet.
crowning joy. That's like that's the centerpiece to my chunks.
That one I started to feel bad about because I thought people were laughing at me, but they were laughing at you.
Yeah, me.
So
Because of that, the word economy in that joke is so tight.
So tight.
I took
As
a poop
tight
today.
as your butthole.
I
is when
took
you
it right out of the toilet. See, still
still gets a laugh.
Yeah, and then now we've been able to use that money to like
Well,
pay comedians, venues, ads, like the front end of merch, which we hope to make back by selling the
Well-
merch and
Equipment, hardware,
because we
software.
did win during COVID, though.
Yeah.
So
we
the
won
whole
over Zoom.
Yeah, we won over Zoom. We presented over Zoom, and which I thought we did good with. We were very intentional how we presented.
Yeah.
I think it worked.
Yeah.
We
Really
made sure
well.
our production value was high because that's what we want to do.
And it was a good mixture of like actual presentation and then video and then, just overall.
yeah.
You did a great job on the video. Is that what you're like? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Yeah.
The 2 DeadRoom comedies.
Yeah.
That was my contribution.
It's the creative and the business.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's sort of when you came on, is after we won that money. I think so. You were one of the
that's-
first things
Oh,
we
that's real
bought.
convenient.
Yeah.
No, I was
very
I
convenient.
think I was on it before that.
No, you're right. You were.
I was there for like one of the hangover brunches.
Because
Yeah, you.
the original
you were on
buy-in
the
was
board.
like $250, right?
$200.
$200 from all of us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then you paid the $200 before we won the Hog Tank, but we were already like
You actually
submitted
paid it
to
before Jacob did.
Yeah, that is true.
I
That,
wasn't
yeah,
employed at
But
that
I'm the
time.
only one not on the LLC.
it's true. You are also
You are on the LLC now.
Oh, I am?
Yeah,
you got
changed
added.
it?
Wow.
In the contract, you're changed.
It's interesting.
So yeah,
consent wasn't sought for that move.
yeah, I forged your signature.
Jesus Christ!
Really? No, I just admitting
this is
that
a bit. This is I know.
Is this a bit?
yeah, I didn't. So I guess you're in the contract. You're actually not on the LLC according to the Colorado whatever it is, DMV or whoever.
DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, that's who I filed an LLC for. We're good, dude.
Secretary of State. God damn it, people.
Yeah,
The DOJ.
yeah. The Secretary of State's really late with my fucking license plates, dude. So.
And okay, so. Let's land this plane and so we talked about how we manifested those 3 goals with the Fringe, and so let's just very modestly to a month from now. So let's say end of August.
Ooh, goals! Yeah, I love goals.
Modestly.
I mean, because it's a month.
Okay,
we already have basically I have shows booked through the month.
Yeah,
or maybe 6 months. I don't know.
B Haggett. Big hairy audacious goal.
Oh yeah. Shoot a movie with Bo Burnham before next month.
Okay.
I
kill, fuck, marry, Bo Burnham.
No, but when you do talk about putting out content, I really want to try to film the first episode of the miniseries.
Yes.
Between now and the next one, I think, and I feel good about at least definitely start meeting for table reads just to sort of take a scene seriously. I'm very excited for that aspect of it.
And we have that first table read tomorrow. Which is
absolutely.
Well, I mean, you and I are running lines.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, we're already starting to work towards that. Cool.
That
was going to be one of the.
What time are you guys doing that?
Around 4 or 5.
Okay.
If you want to come,
I'll be going.
And we want to go watch Pig, starring Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe put more time into sketches, make higher quality sketches.
True. Maybe actually write premises instead of try to come up with something on the day of.
And I do think the office building that I work at, I have a key, and we can all get in on a Saturday with the key.
You just want to do a work day then?
I could do a work day either. I mean,
and also film sketches there. But
sketches because I have a parking garage that's pretty dark and stuff, and I don't know, that could be a good idea for a sketch. And then, I don't know, just do you have
a conference room? I would love to.
Yeah, there's a conference room. I have an office,
and it's probably air conditioning.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's do a pitch meeting. Let's do a pitch meeting there at his conference room at his work one of these days, and then so that we can actually see the space as well and see if the environment inspires anything too.
Yeah. If you want to do it at 5:30, I can just stay at the office, and then my boss will probably leave by that time, and we can just go to the conference room and
Can
I do a goal that's between a big, hairy, audacious goal and a realistic goal?
Yeah.
400 YouTube subscribers by the end of August.
Ooh, that's good.
So
that's good.
We're at 320.
You can check right now. I want to know.
It does keep climbing steadily
from the farts.
Cool.
But
my goal is to hit. It would be great if we could hit 1,000
by the end of the year.
Yeah. By the end of the year, 6 months.
I agree with that.
Or 5 months, but
because once we hit 1,000, we also get to monetize the YouTube channel.
There's a couple more requirements, but that's the first one.
I just want to see. I want to see that 1K right next to the.
Are you quoting me on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to see that 1K next? I think I
next to the dead room.
Where the 1K is the 1K is
oh, you fucked it up.
YouTube starts to do it boosts you along in the algorithm if you have 1,000.
Oh really?
Yeah,
is that true?
That's a threshold where they
what are you doing?
Have you heard that, Evan?
Instagram.
Okay.
With what?
The more followers, the more you get in the algorithm.
Yeah. And so
you in there.
yeah, so it's telling you get all your friends and family, and if they like you enough, then we'll give you strangers.
Yeah. Basically.
It's an MLM, essentially.
What about for live shows?
Yeah, that's when I was gonna say by the end of next month, let's have a mic venue.
Yep.
Open mic
venue. I like
that's
that.
just us doing a service.
It is really kind of a community service thing
for us. We're doing it for you guys and us, and it's for everyone.
Yeah. The ideal,
except for 4 people that got kicked out and are never welcome back.
Yeah,
no names. We gotta pat down those names.
Subscribe to our Patreon to learn which comedians are not allowed at our open mic.
I do want to. How do you guys like bringing back the Hangover cure at some point? Maybe not this month, but I like that as an idea. Well,
brunch mic.
Brunch. Not. Do you want to do a brunch mic or a brunch?
That would be kind
showcase.
of fun.
Is what I mean by that.
Yeah, I would definitely do brunch showcase.
Brunch showcase.
And you guys were saying that you wanted to start a mic too at first drafts.
Well, I was thinking, why not? Because we have a venue that that seems to like us.
Yeah.
And that we like them. And I like the fact that the wait staff is like, it's not an additional burden if we have a show going on with wait staff, because it's a venue
Self-serve.
where you self-serve. And so it's like, what if we did a Sunday night mic there? I mean, or whatever, or like a certain, when on like one of their slow nights.
Right.
And then you could also think about doing a brunch show there. And I like, because I don't think that area has any shortage of audience members.
Yeah, it's Rhino. It's Rhino.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
That is a
so the
very
meeting's on Monday
high foot
at 1
traffic.
p.m. if you boys want to come through.
Okay.
It's at First Dress.
Okay.
I say we pitch them all and see what they're interested. I think you're right that they like us, but I think that if we're like, can we be there three times a week? They're going to be like, no.
No.
Yeah.
But they are trying to have content pretty much every day of the week. They've got yoga there. They have trivia there. They're open to trying things, and we've been one of their successes, even though there's like things about that room that I'd like to change.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we better for them than they are for us?
I think it's mutually beneficial.
It's
Okay.
mutual.
Yeah.
Hard to get a read on that one for me.
Yeah,
But we can adjust
we
a few
make
things
money
to
off
make
the
it better
show.
for us. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we provide. It's another. It's like I asked the comedians if they like doing the room. They do.
Okay.
So like if they think it's quality stage time, that matters to me.
Yeah.
So-
And it is fun.
Even if
it's
it's not
a fun
perfect.
show.
Yeah.
Do you think a comedian would, like, if someone asked you after a show, would you say, yeah, I didn't like that?
Yeah. Well, for sure.
you ever-
I was thinking
for,
that too.
Well, for some of them, like some of them we haven't. There's just, I mean, whether the music or whatever, we haven't had our shit together. It's kind of hot up there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like we have things to improve, but I think overall it's a good show. And if I did it now and it went well, I would recommend it.
If someone booked me and it wasn't great, I'd say this was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Unless I was close with that person. But I've also had things so bad where I would have been like, no, this was not good. I'm never coming back here.
The people I've asked like are friends though.
Yeah.
They I think would be honest about like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because we've worked a lot of people we're tight with.
yeah.
Well, cool.
DeadRoomComedy.com.
DeadRoomComedy.com.
Follow the YouTube.
YouTube C DeadRoom
Sinbad.
Comedy.
Keep doing beautiful things.
Sinbad. Thank you. Shout out Sinbad. Everybody pray.
Shout out to Evan.
Shout out
Shout
to
out to Evan.
Slaughterhouse
Hey, round of
Studios.
applause.
Fantastic.
That's
Slaughterhouse
Evan
Studios,
Fitzgerald,
baby.
Slaughterhouse
A
Studios.
week ago, what? It was like last Sunday. So like 6 days ago, I was leaving Austin's hang, and Evan's like, "Hey, dude, idea time," and he's like, "I got this fucking mobile set up, and I love." Yeah,
That's rad.
I fucking love
Fucking
that.
sick.
Dude.
I love that.
It is
man.
great. It is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Subscribe to our Patreon. First 10 subscribers will get a free custom paper airplane made by me.
Okay,
Nice.
that's very
Free,
That's,
custom.
That's lovely.
Cum shot.
Okay.
Made by Jacob.
Video made by Jacob.
Okay. And you don't have to, that's optional.
Yeah, and you don't have to get the last word in either.
I
You can
know.
turn
I
that.
did. I should have said
Hey,
that.
DeadRoom Comedy, everybody.
That's
Have
it,
a
everybody.
great night.
Thank you
Hey,
so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh no, it's great.
Last
I'll
word.
see you. Yeah, no.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Quality. This is good quality jazz music.